First off, pranam to Shri Gurudev, Vaishnavas, all the devotees. So yesterday we celebrated Lord Nityananda's appearance day, Nityananda Trayodasi. So today we'll talk, we have about 25 minutes left, so we'll talk a little bit about Lord Nityananda. We see we always have such an ecstatic festival on Nityananda Trayodasi. It's one of the most ecstatic days of the year. That's because Nityananda Prabhu himself is always, he is Ananda Kanda. He is the root of all kinds of Ananda, happiness and bliss, especially in Sankirtan Ras. We heard yesterday from Prabhuji about how, where does he get this Ananda potency? Radharani herself. Why? Because he is also Radharani's younger sister. So Nityananda Prabhu is such a special tattva that he is Krishna's dearmost sevak, servant, as Balaram, but also Radharani's very dear sevika as Ananga Manjari. It's a very special tattva. Nityananda Prabhu especially has this position. Also he does this through his own Shaktis, Janava and Vasudha. They're also serving in that lila, in that way. We sing, Ogo Shri Janava Devi, Eda Se Karuna, that, oh Janava Devi, please give mercy unto this soul. So Janava Mata was like Vaishnav Sarvabhauma also. She was guru of all the Vaishnavas in her time. Prabhuji said for 2-3 generations he was like the leader of all the Vaishnavas who are Gaudiyas. She was the leader of them all. So Nityananda Prabhu is very special because he has this Ananda potency which he can also bestow through his form as Ananga Manjari. Actually, Ananga Manjari's own place is in the center of Radha Kund. So it's very special. We can understand her speciality because we hear from Rupa Goswami that Radha Kund is the topmost place in all existence. The topmost place. And Ananga Manjari has her own center in the middle of it. And she's also the younger sister of Radharani. So it's interesting because as Baladev, he is Krishna's elder brother. But in his service in Madhurya Ras, he is the younger sister of Srimati Radhika and always serving her as her Manjari. And this must be so because Nityananda Prabhu is also a Kanda Guru Tattva, the root of all Guru Tattva. And Guru is also serving or giving us entrance into service of Radha Krishna Nikunja Lila. We sing Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai, that Guru is helping perfect Siddhai or make the intimate confidential pastimes of Radha Krishna in the groves of Braj successful. That is Guru's service. So this is possible as Guru in his Sakhi form. So if Nityananda, who is the root of all Guru, was not assisting in this service in his own feature, then how would any Guru Tattva be able to do this? Because we say this, Guru is Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai. They are perfecting or making successful the pastimes of Radha Krishna in the Kunjas. And Guru is coming from Nityananda Shakti. So therefore in one feature Nityananda Prabhu is serving in these pastimes, but he is not doing this in his masculine form as Nityananda. He's not doing it in his Vishaya form, even though he is always Ashray. Baladev is said to be non-different from Krishna, only his complexion is different, and also his role is different. He is described to be Ashraya Jatiya Bhagavan. Bhagavan is generally considered to be the enjoyer, Vishaya. Vishaya means the enjoyer, Vishaya Jatiya Bhagavan. Jatiya means a kind of category. So he is the Vishaya Jatiya Bhagavan, the enjoyer, who everyone is serving. But Baladev is Ashraya Jatiya Bhagavan, meaning God, non-different from God. He's God's first and foremost expansion. And he's non-different from Krishna, but he is in the role of the Sevak. Therefore, as Baladev, he manifests all Krishna paraphernalia. He manifests the Dham. The Dham itself that we are in is non-different from Baladev. Once when Gurudev was on a morning walk with Satsrup Maharaj in the 90s, 92, when he was staying in his place near Krishna Balaram, then he was on the morning walk and he told him that the Dham is so important. He said, in other places you can remember and try to develop Udipan for Braj. Like when you're seeing a mountain, you can think of Giriraj. When you're seeing a river, you can think of the Jamuna. He even said when you see yellow flowers, you can think of the color of Radharani, skin or complexion. He said he was at that time when he was walking, there was these mustard flowers were blossoming, and they're very beautiful yellow color. And he said this is like the color of Radharani. Also, he said they're like the sesame flowers were blossoming, which are like very beautiful, like a nose. He said this is like Radharani's nose. So he said you can have Udipan of these things outside of Braj also. But he said actually you should be in Braj. Because when you're in Braj, he said, Braj is non-different from Baladev personified. And when you're walking in the dust of Braj, you're connected to Baladev and his Chitbal, his Shakti and his mercy. So you cannot compare staying in Braj actually to staying outside of Braj. Unless you're in Braj and you're not absorbed in Braj and you're enjoying in Braj, then you may be making Dhamma Parad. But really, you're very fortunate to be in the Dham. Even resting in the Dham is considered pranam. But outside, it's not like that. So Gurudev emphasized the point that the Dham is non-different from Baladev. So Baladev manifests as the Dham, also as all of Krishna's paraphernalia. Also as he gives Chit Shatta, which means, Purity said last night also, Chit Shatta means our own spiritual existence. Chit is spirit, and Shatta means your existence. Also Jaj Shatta, material existence without Baladev is not possible. We heard yesterday from Savita Didi how even the different manifestations come from Baladev, right? Mool Sankarshan, Mahar Sankarshan, Garbhadakshay, Kanudakshay, Shiradakshay, Paramatma. This is all coming from Baladev, Prabhu. So Baladev and Nityananda are also non-different, right? They're two different manifestations of the same divine, like Tattva, Sandhini Shakti, or the Lord's existence potency. But as Nityananda Prabhu, he has some special role also. So he is Ananda Kanda, Nitai Chanda. He is the root source of all kinds of spiritual bliss. And we heard Prabhuji mention this verse, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabis Tabirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabi, right? Which means that this is actually talking about the Braja Gopis. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. This is from the Brahma Samhita. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa means Chinmaya is something transcendental, divine, and Ras is a special kind of mellow or loving relationship or sweetness or something that is pleasurable. Without Ras, you cannot have any happiness or pleasure. And Ananda Chinmaya Rasa is that topmost kind of spiritual bliss and happiness. But Ananda is coming from Srimati Radhika, because she is Ananda Shakti. She is ultimately, there is Samvit, Sandhini, and the Ananda potency. So that Radhika is the Ananda potency, right? And Tabirya Eva Nija Rupataya Kalabi is referring to the 64 transcendental arts through which the Kalabi, the gopis, the Kala means a skill or an art, and the gopis are the topmost, most like expert personalities in the service of Krishna through these different transcendental arts. And Guru also can bestow us these qualifications to serve Krishna. Otherwise, we don't know how it is called Seva Paripati. It means the processes to serve that we need to learn. Like when we enter after Swarup Siddhi, we need to learn how to serve under the guidance of the Nitya Siddhas. We have one level of training in this world as our sadhakas. Seva sadhaka rupena siddha rupena chatrahi. As sadhakas, we learn and develop in the spiritual life by various training from Guru. But in the spiritual world also we need different kinds of training. In Seva Paripati, like we pray, oh, when will Lalita train me in various ways, how to decorate the kunj, how to serve Radha Madhav? When will Vishaka teach me how to play the veena? When will even Radharani, we pray, when will Radharani take me into a secret kunj or grove or cave even and teach me how to sing to please Krishna? These are all our services we have to learn there, Seva Paripati. So when we say Tabirya Eva Nija Rupataya Kalabi, Brahma himself prays like this, Govindam Adi Purusham. He says, how can we serve Govindam, the Adi Purush? By coming under the guidance of this Ananda potency, who is manifest as Guru Shakti. So another point that shows that Nityananda is connected to Madhurya Ras also, he has entrance into Madhurya Ras in his feature as Ananga Manjari, is that Gurudev would say that Guru Tattva is, in our line especially in this Madhurya Ras, Gurus are all coming from Srimati Radhika. She is the original Guru. Krishna. We say generally in Sastra, Vande Krishna Jagad Guru. We offer pranam to Krishna, who is this Jagad Guru. But Krishna is the Jagad Guru, but who is Krishna's Guru? Krishna is the Guru of everyone else. It's like, but if Krishna has a Guru, then that Guru is the Guru of, Param Guru of everyone. We say Krishna is the Jagad Guru. But who is Krishna's Guru? That means that's a bigger or more important personality than Krishna himself. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita and in other books, like Govinda Lilamrita, one time Brinda Devi saw Krishna dancing near Radha Kund. And she said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm dancing, I'm practicing how to dance. She said, who is your Guru? He said, oh, Radharani is my guru. And I'm seeing her reflection in all the trees and creepers. They have all kept Radharani's image in their heart because they're all Radhamoy. In Braj, everything is Radhamoy, absorbed in Radharani. They've all kept Radharani in their heart. And watching their reflection and how the trees and creepers are blowing, and you can imagine, like when there's a nice breeze, all the creepers and branches are all swaying in different ways. And Krishna's learning from them. He said, Radharani is my guru. And she makes me mad in her love. That's why we say Krishna can be Madan Mohan. Krishna bewilders everyone by his beautiful, attractive qualities. But Radharani is Madan Mohan, Mohini. She bewilders even Krishna, who is the attractor of Cupid personified. And Nityananda Prabhu, as the original guru, he also is serving in that lila as an Angamanjari, and Guru Tattva is also serving in that role. We say, every morning, actually, when we do our Gayatri and mantras, we're supposed to meditate on Guru first. But we meditate on Guru in two features. In our Gaudiya line, the specialty of our Gaudiya line is that we worship both Mahaprabhu and Nityananda and Radha and Krishna. And some lines, they mix them together and create what is called rasabas, inappropriate mixture of rasas. And it becomes some kind of imitation or sahajism. But in our line, we have a very specific way that we follow. It's not like we chant, like we don't mix Nitai, Radhe, Sham, all these things together. We worship Gaur Nitai properly in their place, also Radha Krishna in their place. It's very interesting tattva. Even though Nityananda is serving in this lila with Radha Krishna as an Angamanjari, still we don't put Nityananda with the altar with Radharani together. We don't worship Nityananda and Radharani in the same place in the same altar. If they want to be on the same altar, we put a prakosht, some kind of divider. Otherwise, it will not be favorable to Radha Krishna's Madhurya Lila. When Mahaprabhu is dancing in ecstasy in Jagannath Puri, sometimes he would fall senseless in the mood of Radharani, in her love for Krishna. And at that time, Nityananda would not touch him because he did not want to change his mood. But as Guru Tattva, he can also serve in that role, in different features. That's why we worship Nityananda also. There's one verse that we sing, the second verse of Manashiksha. When we say, na dharmam na adharmam shrutigana niruktam kilakuru Radhe Radhe Krishna parachura paricharya mihatanu sachi sunam nandishvara patim sutatve guruvaram mukunda prestatve smaraparam ajashram nanumanaha. That we don't follow dharma, adharma, any of these things given by the Shrutis. We only want to worship Radha Krishna in Braj with complete love and affection. Like we heard yesterday from Sajan Maharaj. He said, Gurudev said, if Krishna were to walk into the room, most of us would offer pranam or like become stunned and not know how to relate with him. But Krishna wants our loving exchange. Krishna doesn't want worship with awe and reverence. So we're not ready yet to meet with him. But how can we realize and come to that position? By shelter of Guru. And we understand, how do we follow that? That's why I said, Radhe Radhe Krishna prachura paricharya mihatunam. Paricharya means worship. So people think Vaidhi Bhakti, worshipping with awe and reverence, you are God, I'm very small. But really, Prachura Paricharya means with complete love and affection, without this mood of awe and reverence. Where you forget that He is God, you only serve Him because you're in love with Him. Prachura Paricharya Mihatanum. But how can we reach that stage? Sachi Sunam Nandishvara. Understand that Mahaprabhu, the son of Sachi, is non-different from Nandishvara, the son of Nanda Maharaj Krishna. And not only that, Sachi Sunam Nandishvara Pati Sutatve Guruvaram. Guru is Mukunda Presta. Very, very dear to Mukunda Krishna. Mukunda Prestatve Smaraparam Ajashram Nanumanaha. Always remember this. So this is the role of Guru. So then we may ask the question, we have Gauranga and Nityananda and we have Radha and Krishna. How do we worship both? So I was saying in the morning we're supposed to meditate first on Guru in Gaur Lila. When we do our Gayatri mantras, when we do Guru Mantra and Guru Gayatri, we meditate first. Why do we do Gayatri twice? In the morning sometimes, or in the afternoon. We meditate first on Guru in Gaur Lila, as he is associate of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda and serving there, in his two-armed form in Gaur Lila. And we worship in that Lila. And then we meditate on Guru in Krishna Lila. We don't mix the two. Then this becomes Rasabas. We don't mix the two. But Guru is present in both features and both roles. And that's because in our line, the speciality of our line is that the Jiva's Atma can be simultaneously present in Gaur Lila and Braj Lila. And those who worship Mahaprabhu, they can enter Braj Lila and serve there and also serve in Gaur Lila. But if you don't worship Mahaprabhu, then to enter Radha Krishna Leela is like a far-off dream. It's almost impossible. You have to take shelter. And not only that, but how to enter Radha Krishna Leela? It is said, Gora Prem Rasar Nave Se Tarange Jeve Dube Se Radha Madhava Antaranga. Those who dive into the ocean of Gaur Prem and sink in that, then Se Radha Madhava Antaranga. They become the intimate Antaranga, means intimate associate. Or, there's one kind of like Bahiranga. It's like you know them, you're somehow related, but Antaranga means you're very close and intimate. Like Mahaprabhu had Antaranga associates, Swarup Damara, Rai Ramananda, Sikamahiri, Madhavi Devi. That is Antaranga. So you can become Radha Madhav's Antaranga, very dear and intimate associate. Why? If you become a Manjari, it said you're so close to Radharani, she sees you to be practically non-different from herself. She feels no shyness in front of the Manjaris. Even in the most intimate pastimes with Krishna, she has no shyness. How is that possible? Gurudev said it's only possible if you come to a stage where you're like Tadatma, one at heart. He said if you're naked in the mirror and looking at yourself in the mirror, you're not shy. But if someone else is there, you're very shy. So Radharani is so close to the Manjaris. That's the meaning of Antaranga. Radha Madhava Antaranga means you become so close in the association of such a dear intimate servitor of Radha Madhav that they don't see any distinction even between themselves and you. You're completely their own family. And they feel no shyness in front of you. Not like, oh, you were some Bada Jiva and now you're my Antaranga. You can imagine, like millions of lifetimes we're wandering in samsara. And then by Guru's mercy, we can become Radha Madhava Antaranga. But how? Gaura Prem Rasarnave Se Tarange Deve Dube. We have to sink in that Gaur Prem Rasarnave. Then this sojourn in samsara becomes like a nightmare, a bad dream. And very quickly it'll start to fade away. And then those millions of lifetimes suffering here will be quickly forgotten. Okay, anyhow? Like when we're in a nightmare, it may seem like it lasts forever. But when we wake up, okay, it's over. Now I'm awake. So it becomes like that. So then the question comes, how do we enter into Gaur Prem Rasanave? But also we shouldn't diminish pastimes of Gauranga Mahaprabhu from Radha Krishna. Both pastimes are eternal and equally important. We shouldn't say, okay, Mahaprabhu is just a means to an end. That's also like offense to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. To think Mahaprabhu is just helping us get to Braj Leela. Mahaprabhu's pastime is said, first you should meditate on Astakali Leela of Mahaprabhu. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, the Astakali Leela of Mahaprabhu. And first you should meditate on these pastimes and serve in those pastimes, and that will give you complete ananda. And then also you can serve in Astakali Leela of Radha Krishna. So we shouldn't think that Radha Krishna are greater, Mahaprabhu is less, or Mahaprabhu is greater, Radha Krishna is less. Actually, Sachi Suno Nandishwara, he is the son of, Sachi is the same as the son of Nanda. Gaur and Krishna are the same. We sing, Brajendra Nandana Je, Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. That Brajendra Nandan Krishna has become Sachi Suno Nandishwara Mahaprabhu, Sachinandan. And Balaram has become Nityananda. Dina Hina Jata Chilo, Harinam Udharila, Tar Shakshi Jagai Madai. They liberated and uplifted all the most fallen people in society. And the evidence of that is Jagai Madai. So how do we sink then into the ocean of Gaur Prem? We must take shelter of Lord Nityananda. It is said, Heno Nitai Vine Bai Radha Krishna Paite Nai Drida Kori Dharo Nitai Pai. Unless we take shelter of Lord Nityananda, we cannot Heno Nitai Vine Bai Radha Krishna Paite Nai. We cannot obtain the service of Radha Madhav or Radha Krishna. Therefore we must catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Nitayir Karuna Habe Braje Radha Krishna Pabe. Drida Kori Dharo Nitai Pai. Without the mercy of Nityananda, Nitayir Karuna Habe, this means Nitayir Karuna Habe, Habe is if. Kabe is when and Habe is if. So if we get the mercy of Nityananda, Nitayir Karuna Habe, Braje Radha Krishna Pabe. To obtain, Babe means to obtain, we obtain Radha Krishna in Braj. If we don't take shelter of Nityananda, we may obtain Radha Krishna, but in like Goloka, Ashwarya pastimes, opulent pastimes, but not in this sweet Madhurya, sweetness mood of Braj. It's not possible. So therefore we pray, we have so many songs praying to Nityananda Prabhu. And we don't want, it'll take too long to cover them all, so we're going to summarize a few different points. So who is first and prominent and primary? Like we said, we should not try to say, oh, Gaur Nitai are lesser or less important. They're both equal. And they're both important to serve. Otherwise, our goal is to enter both pastimes, actually. We want to enter both pastimes. But who is first and foremost? So you can see simply just by, like, for example, our calendar. Who comes first? First comes Lord Nityananda Shaudasi. And even before that, first comes Advaita Saptami. Advaita Acharya comes first. Then Lord Nityananda comes. Then Mahaprabhu comes. Then Baladev comes. Then Krishna comes. This is how the sequence is. Most people think first came Krishna and Balaram, then next came Gaur Nitai. But if we look, who came first? Gaur Nitai or Krishna Balaram? So people say, okay, Krishna Balaram came in Dwarpa Yuga, and Gaur Nitai came in Kali Yuga. But this is also a mundane conception, because they're all eternal. Like some people say we should chant Mahamantra first, Hare Ram, then Hare Krishna, because they say Ram came in Treta, and Krishna came in Dwarpa. But even Hari Ram is not worshipping Ram. This is Radha Raman Krishna. So this is also a misconception. But we also understand Ram is eternal, Krishna is eternal, Gaur Nitai is eternal. So this is like a mundane idea that we're always trying to measure. Who is more important? This is the nature of us, the jivas in Kali Yuga. It said, Miyate anayati maya. What is maya? Maya means Miyate anayati maya. The effort to always be measuring with our mundane ideas and intelligence. This is Maya. So this is not so proper. But still we see, we must take shelter of Lord Nityananda. So how do we please Nityananda then? If we're supposed to take shelter of him, we say, how do we get Nityananda's mercy? Nitaya karuna habe braje Radha Krishna pabe. If we get his mercy, then we can enter Braj and meet with Radha Krishna. So how do we get his karuna? That's the question then. How do we get Nityananda's mercy? From Guru. Yeah, but Guru is Nityananda. So it's like the same thing. We worship Guru, understanding he is Nityananda. Okay, it goes along with one other question. Another question is, how do we get spiritual strength? Because we heard last night that we are very weak. As Bada Jivas, we are very weak and small, and Maya is very powerful, and it's very difficult to cross over Maya. So the way to get Nityananda's mercy is also the same way to get Chit Bal, which is Nityananda is Baladev. He's the root of all spiritual strength, Chit Bal. And it said, Nayamatma balahine labhya. Without spiritual strength, we cannot develop in spiritual life also. So we need this spiritual strength. So to get Nityananda's mercy and to get spiritual strength, there's one way. And it's also the way that you can dive into Gaur Prem Rasanave. And that is, Nityananda Prabhu himself said, Jare deke tare kahe dante trinadore amare kinya loho bolo gora hari. He went house to house. Adama patita jiver dware dware giya harinam mahamantra dichene bilaya. He went house to all the Adam, all the very low fallen jivas. And he distributed Harinam Mahamantra. So what is Harinam Mantra? This is another question. Prabhuji gave a class where he was talking about Harinam is actually Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Mahamantra was given by Mahaprabhu. He is Mahamantra's personified form. If you want to see the Mahamantra in like we say in another example, like in Christianity, Jesus is described to be the Logos incarnate. But Mahaprabhu is described, you don't listen? Mahaprabhu is Mahamantra incarnate. He is the Mahamantra in living flesh. Like he is the Mahamantra. So when he said Harinam Mahamantra Dichene Bilaila, he's distributing Mahaprabhu to everyone. Also he's distributing the Mahamantra. But when we understand the Mahamantra properly, we don't just think this is just Radha Krishna, because Mahaprabhu Shri Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahiyanda. Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna are non-different. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, this is Mahaprabhu also. Because Mahaprabhu is also the embodiment of this separation and meeting. And Mahamantra is also all about the pairs of the Mahamantra, like when we say Hare Hare, this is separation, Krishna Krishna, separation. And Mahaprabhu revealed the Mahamantra to us. He gave the Mahamantra to us. Radha Krishna did not say chant the Mahamantra. Mahaprabhu said chant the Mahamantra. So Mahaprabhu is the Mahamantra personified. So Nityananda said, you can purchase me, Amare Kiniya Loho, you can purchase me by chanting Gauranga. And it also says, Ek bar dekle chakke jal, Gaur bole nitai den shakale shambal. If he sees one tear in your eye, when you're chanting Gauranga's names, then he gives all spiritual strength to you. So this is the answer to the question, how to get spiritual strength. You have to have a sincere mood of love when calling out the names of Gauranga. And this is the way to get Nityananda's mercy. This is the way to enter into Gaur Prem, the ocean of Mahaprabhu's love. And that's also therefore the way to enter Radha Krishna's pastimes. So we must please Nityananda Prabhu, and we must worship and honor Nityananda Prabhu. So he said, Jare deke tare kahe dante trinida dori amare kiniya loho bola Gaura. You can purchase me. You can purchase me simply by chanting Gaura Hari, Mahaprabhu's names. That's why devotees will say, oh, why are you chanting just Gaur Nitai, Gaur Nitai? Chant Mahamantra, chant Radha Krishna. They're very ignorant. And he says, Ek bar dekh le chakre jal, Gaur bole Nitai den shakale sambal. If he sees once a tear in your eye while chanting Gauranga's names, then he gives himself to you and he gives all spiritual strength to you. So then, we'll finish in like 2 minutes while they do Mangala Charan. Then the question comes, why chant Nityananda's names then? Nityananda says chant Gauranga's names. Why do we need to chant Nityananda's names? So on one hand, we want to please Nityananda. Please Nityananda by chanting Gauranga's names. But how do you please Gauranga? You have to chant Nityananda's names. How do you please Krishna? Serve Guru. Krishna says, Pratamam, we learned this verse, Pratamam tu gurung pujyam tatash chaiva marchanam kurvam siddhim, maybe before some of you came. Krishna says, first worship Guru, then worship me, otherwise your worship is useless. I do not accept it. And we learn, Yasya devi parabhaktir yatha devi tatha guru. Only if you have topmost devotion for Guru and Krishna. So if you want to please Mahaprabhu, you can never please Mahaprabhu without chanting Nityananda's names. Like it said, if you want Radha Naam, Krishna Naam Gane Bhai, Radhika Charana Pai, Radha Naam Gane Krishna Chandra. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Sankshipe Kohinokata Guchao Manaravyata, that now I'm teaching you the essence of everything. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings in his song, I'm teaching you the essence of everything. Radha, Krishna Naam Gane Bhai, by chanting Krishna's names, you achieve Radharani's lotus feet. And by chanting Radharani's names, you achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. So it's the same way. By chanting Gauranga's names, you please Nityananda, and he gives you all spiritual strength. But if you don't chant Nityananda's names, then how will you please Mahaprabhu? So you must chant Gaur Nitai's names together. The bhaktas, when they're chanting Mahaprabhu's names, then Mahaprabhu himself arranged the worship of Nityananda. And we heard this pastime last night also. When the devotees came and first offered pranam to Mahaprabhu and then to Nityananda, Mahaprabhu was not happy with them. So even though you got Guru's mercy, still, have you pleased Krishna or Mahaprabhu? So when Mukunda Datta Prabhu, the Kirtaniya, came and first offered pranam to Nityananda and then to Mahaprabhu, then Mahaprabhu was pleased. And unless they're chanting the names of Nityananda, then Mahaprabhu will not be happy. And in the pastime of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami with his brother, when the pujari was saying, don't chant Nitai's names, only chant Gaur's names, then Miniketam Ramdas left. He was very displeased. And the other bhaktas left. The Dwadas Gopal left. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami left also. And only then did he get Nityananda Prabhu's and Mahaprabhu's mercy. He said, Jede se nitai nai, sede se na jabo, nitai ve mukhe jar, mukha na herivo. I will not look at the face of that person opposed to Nityananda. I will not go to the place where my Nityananda is not present or is not honored. And if someone is against my Nityananda, I will kick them in the face, Lochan says. Sundas Thakur. He said, I will put fire in their mouth, he says. He has so much love for Nityananda. If someone is giving us everything, how can we not have love for them? Without Nityananda, we cannot achieve anything. So therefore, we must chant the Lord Nityananda Prabhu's names. Only by chanting Lord Nityananda Prabhu's names can we get Mahaprabhu's mercy and enter Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So we always are praying and honoring and remembering Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Just to finish in 1 minute, the question was asked when we were talking about Vaishnav Ninda. It said, it is an offense to not feel happy upon seeing a Vaishnav, and it is an offense to not welcome a Vaishnav. This is Vaishnava na abhinandanti and yatino harsham darshane. To not be happy upon seeing a Vaishnav or to not welcome a Vaishnav. And the question came, one of the devotees asked this question, that maybe you asked, who asked the question? You asked. Yes, good. Okay, sorry. I forgot. So Jumana asked that one of the offenses to not be happy seeing a Vaishnav, and we're talking about how can you not be happy seeing a Vaishnav? Vaishnavas are so auspicious. How can you not be happy seeing a Vaishnav? But you said, at the same time, our acharyas say that, oh, you will not even look at the face of that person who is opposed to Nityananda. So therefore, Vrindavan Das Thakur says that a person cannot be a Vaishnava if they are dishonoring Nityananda Prabhu. If someone is offending Nityananda Prabhu, they are not a Vaishnava. In Ramchandra Khan, he did not give place for Nityananda Prabhu's bhaktas, and therefore he was completely destroyed. So if someone is thinking, I am a worshipper of God but not Guru, they are not a worshipper of God. Someone says, I am Krishna's devotee but I don't like his devotees, then they are not his devotee. Krishna said, those who are my devotees are my real devotees. So if you do not honor Nityananda Prabhu, you are not a Vaishnava. You're not even Vaishnav Prai, not even close to a Vaishnava. So therefore it's not a Vaishnava Parad. How can you be Vaishnava if you don't honor Nityananda Prabhu? Therefore Nityananda Prabhu is our life and soul. If we don't worship Nityananda Prabhu, se sambandha nahi jar brita janma gelotar. If we don't make relation with Nityananda Prabhu, our life passes in vain. And
I asking about the Vaishnavas. Sometimes they have different opinions with each other. So there may be sometimes little bit like blasphemy of another Vaishnava. So
blasphemy.
This kind of Vaishnava, what's your attitude? Become neutral or?
Yes. Always remember that it is said, Vaishnavere kriya mudra vijnana nubajai. It's very difficult to understand the activities of Vaishnava. It said, even the Devas do not have the power to understand the activities of the Vaishnavas. Therefore, you should always be very cautious. And you also always honor all Vaishnavas, regardless. For Nityananda Prabhu is one thing, but if there's some difference of opinion between Vaishnavas, then you don't enter into that. We are very small and neophyte jivas. That's not our place. We're very small. But we always honor everyone. Amani manad Sada Krishnam smare. That we always honor everyone according to their position, never dishonor anyone. So you should always be very cautious. We are not in that position of Lochan Das Thakur or Vrindavan Das Thakur. That, I'm going to put fire in your mouth. Lochan Das Thakur can say like that for Nityananda Prabhu himself, but he is also his eternal associate. But we are very small, Kanishta Vaishnavas. We are not in that position. So we should always honor everyone. Even someone once, when they kicked Gurudev out of the Vedanta Samiti, Prabhuji was very angry. And Gurudev later would invite these same Vaishnavas. They burnt Gurudev's picture, they threw out all his belongings, and they wrote a letter of 22 points saying why he shouldn't be in the Vedanta Samiti. They were very critical of him. But later Gurudev would invite them, and he would tell Prabhuji to serve them. And he said, how can I serve them? He said, I will not look at them, I will not talk to them. And he was ready to fight with them. Gurudev said, you're not afraid of Vaishnava Parad. They're Vaishnava. So we should never fight with Vaishnavas. This 6 Vaishnava Parad is the only way to uproot completely the creeper of devotion. Therefore we have to be so careful of Vaishnava Parad.
So even sometimes, Prabhuji also mentioned, before someone criticized Gurudev and he wants to write a letter also write back. And Gurudev said, don't. Yeah,
Gurudev said, this is not your responsibility. You do your bhakti and bhajan and sadhan humbly. We are not every one of us is Hanuman, that we are qualified to go and burn down Lanka. We should stay in our own position. Okay? We'll talk about it more tomorrow. Okay? Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo, Vancha Kalpatrubhasya Kripas, Nubhevcha, Pritanang Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha.
It's like your guru instruct you not to do. But what about for us? One thing, because guru is humble, they don't want to bring trouble also for the disciple.
It's a very tricky thing. We see in Jiva and Rupa Goswami pastime. Jiva Goswami went and corrected this Acharya who came and tried to correct Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami externally rejected him. And it was a very difficult pastime for Jiva Goswami. But Gurudev would say Jiva Goswami is correct and Rupa Goswami was correct, both in their own position.
Assume I should not do it because my Gurudev won't let me do.
It is said we should always have the mood to honor and defend our Guru. And we should not be happy with those who are against our Guru. We should not it's true. One thing is we should continue to be very loyal to Guru. If we're not loyal to Guru, like Guru's own dog, then how are we going to advance? So that's also very important.
Loyal also means you can keep silent and go away or...
Yeah, just leave that place, jump in the river. Okay, anyhow, we'll stop here. Not associate. Yeah, just distance yourself. But there's no need to go and attack and offend and criticize. You just stay aloof, stay separate. Nirapeksha. This is Nirapeksha. There's no need to go and fight with them.
Yeah, because in Bhaktivinoda Course, one song also said, if someone have some criticize, it just become monk.
Yeah, Take Monadari. He said Take Monadari, just stay silent.
Means leave the place.
Yeah. But this won't be aparad. If they are against your Guru, and your Guru is Sadguru, then it's not Vaishnava Aparad to not be happy seeing. You should stay neutral and separate. Haribol.